weep, grana, weep, niddy bong, and welcome back to my channel. And we have a little bit of an update, so focusing just on one story in this video, and that is the Xbox, Activision, Hasbro. Have they lost the games? Have they found the games? Is it on a hard drive? Are they coming to Game Pass? Don't know exactly, but we have an update, and I want to share it now.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
So first up, why are we talking about this? How did we get here? Well, back probably about 12 months ago now, I spoke about this on my channel. The Xbox, Activision, Blizzard King deal. So they're all getting together, and the deal has had some real challenges as it's been going through, from courts all over the UK and America challenging it, the CMA, and also things over in America. I think it was the FDA over in America as well, really challenging it. And a lot of it, well, we kind of know it was Sony trying to get their own way and trying to play hard done to here. But it does now look like the deal is finally coming to a conclusion and looks like it's going to go through in all parts, which is absolutely excellent for anybody who is an Xbox consumer, because that should mean that you are going to get a whole host of new games on Xbox from Activision. Tony Hawk's coming. Amazing. But Vector, I hear you cry, why is this important for us Transformer fans? Well, Activision and partnering with other people made some of the best Transformers games ever. It's that simple. The three ones that always spring to my mind are the War for Cybertron, the Fall of Cybertron, and my personal favourite, Transformers Devastation. If you are a G1 Transformers fan, for me, there is no more fun than Transformers Devastation. Does it have the best story? No, probably Fall for Cybertron, and War for Cybertron has the better stories on all of them. But for me, hands down, the most fun to play is definitely 100% Transformers Devastation. It is absolutely amazing. I really recommend anybody go and play that game. And as well as that, there is a multitude of other games that were for other platforms and things like that as well that Activision made. Everything from Transformers Prime and all kinds of stuff and things like that as well. So depending on where you sit within the Transformers franchise and what your favorite things are, there's probably an Activision game out there for you. And they could all come to Game Pass. Or at least that was the thought process, and I spoke about this on Tuesday on my video that I put out, because there was a question that was asked about the possible release of Transformers Activision games onto Game Pass, and somebody from Hasbro came back and basically just said, probably not, because we believe that they have lost the games. Now, game preservation is actually a pretty hot topic at the moment within the games realm, and people are saying that up to 80% of some of the modern games that we've played, and even some historic games, now are unfindable or unplayable. You cannot get hold of these games. So, of course, when these games may have also gone that way, this sparked a whole host of people talking about this topic. It seemed that everywhere you looked, everybody was talking about the fact that they had lost it. Everyone from CBR, Boundless Comics, even Destructoid were talking about this, reportedly misplaced titles, and there was a lot of people just talking about, hey, Transformers games, well, they can't come to Game Pass because they've been lost. Now, obviously, this will have caught the attention of the peeps over at High Moon Studios and also Activision themselves, because Cybertron.com, who are a really good Transformers website for news as well, so if you like what I do here but you want it more in a written format, I would highly recommend you going over to see them. They were actually sent, from what I can make from this statement, an email from Hasbro. So the statement reads, to clarify, comments that suggest Transformers games have been lost were made in error. We apologize to Activision and regret any confusion. They have been great partners and we look forward to future opportunities to work together. So, Activision have obviously pushed back to Hasbro and the people within, someone in the marketing team or whoever answered this question originally, because it was obviously made in error. So what does this mean? Especially when it says look forward to future opportunities to work together. Does this mean that they have them? Now, somebody did comment on one of my last videos about source code and people having them and things like this, and how difficult it is to actually convert these games to where they need to be. But if they have the games, then this is absolutely fantastic. And it says about future opportunities to work together, which could in fact mean that we see these titles, or certainly those 3 main titles, I would hope, fingers crossed, on Xbox and Game Pass Ultimate in the future. Absolutely amazing. This is such a win for Xbox if they can get these games, and just for game preservation and Transformers fans. Why is it so important that these games are still available and ready to play? These 3 games, and okay, the War for Cybertron and the Fall of Cybertron are really important games within the franchise. People absolutely love these. Why do Hasbro want these on there right now? Well, that's super simple, because we know that Hasbro has the figures out for these at the moment. So they could do a really great tie-in with the figures they're releasing at the moment to say, hey, and now this game is available on Game Pass. So people play the game, people buy the figures. I don't know what the sell-through rate has been like on these figures, but I would imagine if people haven't played the game, then people are not picking these figures up. So absolutely phenomenal for Hasbro to get this back into the market at the same time as they are being able to release these figures as well. It's like the paths are converging and merging within the right way here for Hasbro and Xbox and for Activision to make a lot of money from this. And there's another reason why getting specifically Fall for Cybertron could be absolutely phenomenal back on Game Pass, and this is because of something that Xbox and Microsoft did recently with Call of Duty. So with the merger going ahead recently, Microsoft basically told Activision, yeah, turn all those servers back on for the multiplayer versions of Call of Duty from back in the day. So right now, for the first time in years and years and years, you can play Call of Duty in a multiplayer and do a lot of stuff that you haven't been able to do for years. And those lobbies are absolutely full right now. Some of them are even outperforming the modern Call of Duty. But Vector, why is that important for us? Well, that's important for us because Fall of Cybertron has Transformers multiplayer action. Not only does it have multiplayer action, it has a custom character creation where you can create your own bots however you want, obviously within the limits of the game, but imagine that coming back. And I know that when we lost the servers for that, there were a lot of people who were unhappy for that. There are still ways you can play the game, don't get me wrong. In 2022 and 2023 people have made YouTube videos about it, go check them out. But imagine just being able to turn your Xbox on and play in those lobbies as you really wanted to. This is phenomenal. I love it. Just to be able to play Devastation again on my Xbox. I have it on my PlayStation, but I want to play it on my Xbox as well. I've actually never played the game on Xbox, I don't think. I think every time I've played through, I've always played through it on PlayStation. So I'd love to actually play through this game on my Xbox. And of course, because things are Xbox will hopefully have everything running at 60 FPS, which would also be absolutely amazing. Transformers Devastation, 60 FPS, here we go! So that's my thoughts on the deal. I just wanted to give a bit of an update on this because it's quite an interesting update. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments, and are you really hyped for this now? Are you hyped for the deal and hoping that you'll start to see these Transformers games come back? I know I definitely am. But before we go, I just want to give a big shout out to Feterix, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, who sent me a nice little email with this that they created for me. A very nice piece of art there. I might even hang it on my wall. It's very cool. Thank you so much. Love it when people get a little bit creative and send me some stuff. I'll always give them a shout out on the channel. Thanks so much for it. I absolutely love it. Really cool. So that's everything from me as this little update. I probably won't be doing a video on Saturday as it is my birthday, so I'll see you very soon. Peace.